Hi, and thanks for joining me today. I'm Cheryl Butler, and you're listening to the Mighty Mommy's Quick and Dirty Tips podcast, which will help make your life as a parent a little bit easier and a lot more fun. Welcome. Today's episode is number 531, 8 Essential Tips to Make Your Summer Road Trip a Blast. Because when summer vacation arrives, you may not be able to take your kids on a major getaway, but a mini one that you take by hopping in the car and driving to a fun destination can be just as fun. And today, we'll chat about how to make that happen. Finally, summer has arrived, and the chaotic, overscheduled lives we lead during the school year have come to a close. It's time to kick off our shoes and enjoy that easy summer living that we dream of when we're up to our eyebrows in school lunch peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's time to plan a summer road trip. Road trips are a great way to keep the troops entertained for 10 weeks without the expense of a 5-star vacation. This summer, take advantage of some awesome family-friendly excursions when you plan a ridiculously fun road trip for your gang. Mighty Mommy's got essential tips that can make this summer an unforgettable one when you pack up the family truckster and hit the road for a mini adventure. As you prepare for a memorable trip with your kids, keep the following essentials in mind, and you'll have a journey that your family will remember for years to come. 1. Embrace a positive summer road trip attitude. When school lets out and your kids hunker down for their 10-week summer vacation, the first thing all parents and caregivers need to adjust is their attitude. I experienced many a summer break with a gaggle of kids under the age of 10. As the last day of school approached, my anxieties tripled because I simply didn't have the right mindset to embrace a carefree, fun-in-the-sun kind of summer. Rather than looking forward to lying low and enjoying unscheduled time with my kids, I got completely hung up on trying to keep them occupied 24/7 throughout the summer. Because of that, I veered away from my usual go-with-the-flow attitude and totally overthought those weeks that the kids were out of school. One of the best tips that I can offer parents this summer is to let go of preconceived notions that you have to be your children's cruise director. Instead, jump in and feel great that you have the opportunity to spend some quality time with your kids without an agenda. Years ago, my pediatrician offered this great advice. Don't set yourself up to feel you have to. Instead, embrace the notion that you get to. By tweaking these 2 words, you can bring on a much more positive mindset. So, as summer unfolds, realize that you get to spend quality time with your kids while they're still young and living under your roof. You get to watch them grow and enjoy building sandcastles at the beach, hanging out in the backyard, or even spilling sticky lemonade on the kitchen floor. You get to wash a few extra loads of laundry as a result of your children having fun at the pool or beach. You get the chance to be the best parent ever this vacation. With this in mind, you'll lay the foundation for a more relaxed and playful summer break, both on and off the road. Number 2, plan before you hit the road, Jack. You're pumped up and ready to take your family on a road trip they'll remember forever. Now you need to decide where you'll go and for how long. Last year, I took a 4-day road trip with 2 of my kids. And that still counts, even though the other 6 weren't able to come. And it was along the coast of New England. The entire experience was near perfect from start to finish, thanks to roadtrippers.com. It's an incredible resource. Visit the website and explore hundreds of options for designing a road trip that's unique to your family. Their phone app makes planning and traveling a breeze. It's also fun to engage your children in the decision-making process when it comes to where you'll go and the places that you'll visit. Write a few suggestions on folded pieces of paper and have one of your kids choose one, or have a mystery destination. When my kids were really young, we took them on mystery road trips at least once a month. We visited amusement parks, zoos, the White Mountains, and even drove to New York City one weekend. We had a bag of clues we gave each child for each of these unknown destinations, and we let them try to guess where we were going before we arrived. My college kids still talk about those mystery road trips to this day. Number 3, ready your car for the road trip. Once you have a light and fluffy attitude for this summer, as best you can begin planning your summer road trip. Keep in mind that an adventure can be spontaneous or planned. Whether you decide on a whim to hit the road or you've been planning a getaway for some time, you need to make sure your car is ready for safe travel. Here are a few key items to have in good working condition before you pull out of your driveway. A spare tire, jack, and proper tire changing tools. If you're going to change your own tire, should it get damaged, double check to make sure the necessary items are ready to go. A roadside assistance plan. Be sure your identification card is packed. Is your membership current? An emergency car kit. Jumper cables, flashlight, gas can, bottled water, paper towel, window cleaner, an extra $20 squirreled away. A first aid kit. Band-aids, antibiotic ointment, gauze, tape, pain relievers, antacids. These are just a few of the essentials to include in your first aid kit. Phone and device charging cables. Oh, an essential to have, easy to forget. And your car owner's manual. If you don't already have this in your glove compartment, make sure to bring it. It'll provide peace of mind when that weird indicator light turns on. Something also to hold trash. Road trips can be messy. Get your family in the habit of throwing out all their food wrappers, juice box containers, and everything in between immediately. And pack some Ziploc baggies or plastic shopping bags for extra messy items. Don't forget your personal cleanup and grooming supplies. Even if your youngest child is 15, baby wipes are great for wiping sticky hands or refreshing everyone's sweaty faces. They can even serve as an emergency toilet paper. On that note, hand sanitizer, sunscreen, actual toilet paper, and tissues are also must-haves. And of course, you can't forget the snacks and drinks. Depending on the length of your road trip, you'll definitely want to prepare ahead with ample food and drink. For longer trips, be sure to plan ahead with snacks and staple meal items like protein bars and fruit so you don't run out mid-journey. Pro tip, it's also super fun to discover new diners and other interesting eateries, including new ice cream shops or takeout joints that you normally wouldn't stop and try. And last, extra outfits, towels, and cozy blankets. Your child's favorite stuffed animal, doll, or comfort toy can also come along. Now that you're sporting a cheerful, positive frame of mind, have selected the perfect destination, and have the car equipped with safety gear and essentials, it's time to prepare for some serious road trip fun. Here are some elements of fun and whimsy, as well as ideas to keep boredom at bay before you leave your driveway. You can prepare surprise goodie bags. If you've got kids who get fidgety without round-the-clock entertainment, keep them excited by packing surprise goodie bags for the trip. When my kids were much younger and we traveled by plane or car, I prepared mini backpacks with surprises that would keep them busy for part of the journey. Coloring and activity books, funky crayons or gel pens, stickers, little mini bubbles, a new stuffed animal or a superhero toy, and maps or travel items that were related to the trip, costume jewelry, a travel diary or a mini scrapbook, sunglasses, chapstick, travel games, favorite snacks. Choose fun surprises that will delight and entertain. And this one is one of my favorite tips. Issue boarding passes. I've got to tell you, this really is one of my all-time best parenting successes. When my kids were really young, I got tired of the everyday transport hassles due to who got which seat while we traveled back and forth to preschool or even the grocery store, let alone longer road trips. Kids squabbling over seats in the car can make road trips stressful. To take some of the strain off, I implemented a boarding pass system. So I typed out each seat in our car with the driver's side being side A and the passenger side being side B. In our SUV, the boarding passes may read, driver's side A, middle row, window seat, or passenger side B, back row, middle seat, etc. I glue the positions to cardstock like the airlines do. And then I issued each kid a boarding pass before departure, and they sit in that seat, no questions asked. I rotate seats regularly to keep it fair. Works like a charm. So now, let's talk about the wonderful world of audio entertainment on a road trip. Audiobooks are perfect for passing the time on long car rides. One of my family's favorite ways to stay entertained in the car, even on a short trip, is to listen to an audiobook. A longtime favorite is the entire Harry Potter series. Harry Potter never gets old. And speaking of timeless classics, another amazing listen is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. That always gets my top vote. And you can never go wrong with Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. My family's forever top pick, though, is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. Other wonderful selections include the Ramona Quimby series, the Henry Huggins series, The House at Pooh Corner, Little House in the Big Woods. My 13-year-old daughter loves this series, and Mr. Popper's Penguins. Visit audible.com for more family greats. Next, ready a few road trip games. No family road trip would be complete without a few family-friendly games. I Spy with my little eye, something blue. This family-friendly game is perfect for younger kids that don't read yet. Follow these simple directions. One person spies something and recites the line ending in a clue. Everyone else takes turns trying to guess the mystery item. Believe it or not, this can even be fun for adults. Or try this one, Going to the Beach. This is a story memory game where someone says, I'm going to the beach and I'm going to bring, and then lists an item. The next person begins, I'm going to the beach and I'm going to bring, and must list the first person's item before adding their own. The list grows and grows, and the first person to not be able to correctly list all the items is the one that loses, or is out. And if you have enough people to play, you can do this in elimination rounds. You can change the place you're going to keep things interesting. Another idea is a scavenger hunt. Before you leave, prepare a list of common things you'd see along the road. You know, traffic signs, fast food stops, a motorcycle, delivery truck, a police car, and anything else you can think of. You can personalize it to the route that you know that you're going on. Each person tries to check off as many of the scavenger hunt items as they can spot. The winner gets something you've tucked away, like a new book or some fun items that you'd find at your local dollar store. And the last one that I love is the quiet game. Every parent's favorite. Everyone sees how long they can be quiet, and whoever speaks the first loses. And for more inspiration, check out Dr. Biscuit's Radical Road Trip, Kids Travel Games. There are 60 fun games that you can play in your car. We've done them before, and they're a lot of fun. And finally, snag all the photo ops you can get. Don't forget to grab as many photo ops along the way, both in and out of the car, as possible. These will be fun to look at some rainy day when everyone's a bit bored. Once you've returned safe and sound from your family's road trip, take a few minutes to recap the high points. Create a mini scrapbook, or try some fun mementos with 5 creative ways to use your family photos on the Mighty Mommy page. How do you make your road trips a blast for your family? Share your thoughts in the comments section at quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy, or you can post your ideas on the Mighty Mommy Facebook page. If you have friends and family that would enjoy listening as well, I'd love it if you'd share the link to this podcast and refer them to the website, www.quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy. As always, thanks so much for listening, and until next time, happy parenting.